Hello everyone, and welcome back to Guild Wars 1. So, I wasn't planning on actually doing an episode today, because I was too busy watching Resident Evil. Big dummy big dummy mommy milkers. Yep. Or village if you want to be technical. But yeah. I figured, why not? Ah, God, these crappy henchmen. Now a level 3. That's pretty terrible. But anyway, time for our first statue mission. Well, second if you count the whole pre-Ascalon to post-Ascalon as a mission. But anyway, now go towards Captain Callahan. For the Charge General, bonfires burn for finding a massive assault. Head over to the enemy territory and find out what that major beast has planned. But yeah, time for Resident Evil Village. Seems it's like I don't know what to class it as. It's like some parts of it are tense, but not very horror. And then other parts are horror, like more the psychological horror. And other parts are just silly. Yeah, Resident Evil. Big dummy mommy milkers. Yep, that's a thing. That is a thing. By the way, might as well get something done. So I feel like I've been somewhat productive today. Tower hits you about 26. Not terrible. I never really liked wands in Guild Wars. Because it's like, you use wand, but then you need a focus. And you actually get you manage to treat both those things that actually gives you enough energy. Most energy starts to come from your focus, and then it's only like 12, so instead of like 15, so you're sort of lacking. Well, having a staff gives you just all the stats rounded up usually. I mean, we have 15 energy and plus pretty great. There are some stacks that can get you 20 energy and only 30 health, but all comes down to preference on upgrades. Preference. Like stuff that they, especially for like warrior guild. Like, do you want the sort of thing that does like vampiric damage, Zeros damage, sundering? Maybe maybe you want something that does like elemental type of damage. Doesn't seem that effective. But for the most part, for like most weapons, you probably want sundering. I don't know why you want sundering. It's just sort of something we accepted as something we should do. But probably put sundering on most physical damage weapons. Except for in some cases. Like, pretty sure for Joe you want Zeros, maybe Vampire. And for Assassin, Zero Daggers. Zero Daggers on Assassin are pretty great. Cause the Assassin can hit fast enough that they can basically just constantly regenerate their health so long as they're attacking things. especially if you're using like the dagger spam builds, which are just stab, 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 stab. Wait, I almost makes me question if my build for my assassin is actually better than how it was with the new elite skill or not. Because Way of Perfection was pretty correct with the dagger spam. Was it Way of Perfection or Way of the Assassin? I can't remember. So this mission's pretty straightforward. You gotta go find the char up too. But it's pretty straightforward until you reach the bonus part. Once you reach the bonus part, most of those gonna be later sections where chests are bad. Actually, there's a section in like the third Ascalon mission. Well, NPC can get stuck on chests and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's happened a few times actually. Because the chests are placed in random areas, but yet they're not placed in random areas. They're placed basically in, they can spawn in like that, whether or not they're spawned out. It's a bit of RNG, but it's not random. Otherwise the chest wouldn't be, you know, blocking the same area multiple times. There's just something relaxing about Guild Wars 1. I guess the amount of times I've done it, it's like, I know what I'm doing at all times, usually. So I can still potentially fail. It's still a risk of fail. Like, hell, I still have flashbacks to when I used to do this, and well, my builds aren't exactly that great in this, most of them, anyway. Like, I'm not just running around with, you know, entire team of necromancers using Discord Way and other ways and all that, or mesmers with a sab way, and I don't even remember what's popular these days. I want to cry or evil way, what's the thing? I don't really care for the meta that much. I remember my builds weren't really that great. And then it's like, I actually struggled with missions. Like, I remember getting stuck on one mission for, I don't know, a few days. Because for some reason I couldn't, my heroes couldn't survive, I couldn't survive. That was, yeah, a long while. That was like early nightfall. That's how my builds were fine until I got really tested on how effective it was. Then it's like, oh yeah, and there's hard mode. Hard mode is basically the modes that you do to really challenge yourself and see, are my builds actually effective? Or have I just been thinking about it? Okay, since I focus on them. Yep, you. I'm off pain, so. Bag. Yeah, it's all about just tossing out random stats effects on enemies that are around there. Also, that's not nearly enough to answer. Some mobirds don't drop like feathers or something useful. Oh, so am I stupid? No, I got the thing. I got the thing. Well, it's like a shield, but we got the thing. Okay, good. Just had to make sure. And so, as an cursed necromancer, your whole thing is about basically analyze the group. Are they nets to each other? If they're nets to each other, you probably should Spiteful Spirit one. And then, since that one's suffering from Spiteful Spirit, you mark a pain the other and set up barbs. Make sure your melee characters are attacking the one that has been barbed. For extra damage. And make sure they're next to each other for mark of pain to kick in. And if there's a third enemy, you can always cast a serious parasite on it to potentially heal you and damage you. It's all order of operations. Anything else as well? Failure. We don't have two of the skills I need. I forgot most of my skills are actually from, you know, freaking Prophecies, though. So I'm actually a bit glad we start on Prophecies. Because the only skills I really need to change are probably Faint-Heartedness and So Barbs Out. Like, oh no, I'm gonna block your shots. Well, how about I make it so that doesn't matter and every time you attack it damages you? Pain Inverter we definitely need. Even though Pain Inverter and Spiteful Spirit are a bit redundant, there is a difference. Pain Inverter does probably technically more damage up front than Spiteful Spirit, but Spiteful Spirit basically affects the entire group if they're all bunched up. Pain Inverter though just completely wrecks one enemy. If I completely wreck, I mean if they can do AoE on you, yes, make sure you pain. Make a lot of elementalist enemies easy to kill. But make a lot of warrior enemies easy to kill. Because some warriors have AoE, like 100 Blades or Cyclone Axe, Trip Rat. You can stack the damage against them easily. So, here's the thing. You don't want to go that way yet. You want to go further enough this way to get this. Now that you got that, you want to go back this way. Because you're not told the bonus unless you go get the bonus. Once you get the bonuses, if you don't know where you're going, it helps to do this in advance. Because you could just go get the bonus. Well, how it's easy enough to miss the bonus. And you don't have this? You haven't been picking these up along the way? Well, then you'd have to go back and find all these. But it's easy enough to just go grab these and then hit the bonus. Also, for most bosses with auras around them, there are a few bosses that aren't technically counted as bosses, but they're bosses. They just don't have auras around them. But for most bosses, you should probably throw out all your skills. And you don't really have to worry about cooldown. Because if the boss dies, it refreshes your cooldown. You might as well go all in on the boss. And just around the group. Guys, tactics. Oh, hi. When I first known as the champion of Samaria, Defy Empire failed to find for herself. Please help me. Then judge over that my tomb has been stolen. Find it to me. Find return me so that I may pass through the rift. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Very annoying because it takes up like 4 of your inventory slots. Run your continents when we meet and then in the underworld. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we won't talk again. Even if I did go to the underworld. Yeah. Prophecies is all about bonuses that give you XP. I know, right? I mean, it's 1,000 more experience. But in comparison to Nightfall or Factions, yeah, it's pretty lame. It's like, oh, you gain 1,000 for that and 1,000 for completing the mission. So, Factions is all about completing things in a certain amount of time. So, there's also Standard, Expert, Master, or something like that. It basically means you get your Standard reward. If you do it on Master all at once, you get your Standard, your Expert, and your Master reward, which is basically, well, let's say you gain like, what, 100 gold for Standard? Maybe 150 gold for Expert? 200 gold for Master? Well, that's basically what? 450 gold right there? Plus the XP? Plus skill points? This we don't even get money payout for such. The problem with Prophecies is they didn't make it, you know, they didn't update. Oh, hell. They could have updated the rewards. They could have always done that if they really wanted to. But they didn't. It's like, once they put in the Factions, Nightfall, and Eye of the North systems that all do that same thing with rewards, they could have changed Prophecy to give, you know, better rewards. But they didn't. Because instead of Parasite, it's hit times too. Also fire time. So we got your piss. Well, fire piss, but still. Not really nice, but I don't think I can really sell it for much. I don't even think they sell the purple for much. Like, the only dyes that are really worth it much are black or white. Because, well, obvious reasons, everyone's gonna want black dye. Red used to be worth something along with silver, but nowadays, yeah, it's probably mostly just black or... Can't think of any other colors. So, here's the thing. This here is the first example of, well, you'll see. Which, by the way, they just magically spawned though.
The Char invasion force. Captain Calhan was right.
So our character actually finally spoke. Also,
They've spotted us! Back to the wall!
that's for Steve Bloom voice. Sadly, they changed that in Factions Nightfall, Eye of the North. We no longer have Steve Bloom voice, which is sad. Anyway, we should probably be moving. Probably should. Now then, of course, at high levels where you could technically murder all of them. This would be like, yeah, why are we running? But low levels, well, you know, we don't really have the odds against them, because, I mean, they outlevel our henchmen by a lot. Why are you doing it? So here's the thing. There are enemies in the way. Don't stop to fight them. Just run. Like, oh no, devourers. Yeah, don't worry about the devourers, just keep moving. Because if any one of your party members reaches Captain Cowhammer's news to the joint invasion, your entire party will win the mission. So there's no reason for you to slow yourself down for that. I thought more Chor were gonna spawn though. Nope, they spawned over there. Now it's one of those examples, well, oh no, we're outnumbered. But yeah, higher levels, oh no, we're outnumbered. Doesn't really make sense when you could easily wipe out all of them. But, you know, the game plot isn't really designed to address the fact that you are higher level redoing this. Because the game's set up like a story, but yet it also had to be set up like sort of online and stuff, so it contradicts itself at times. It's like, for example, like Star Wars The Republic, which we should probably talk about. Yay, bigger stuff, I think. Maybe I love it.
You're back. Well done. What news of the Char?
Yeah, well, they were attacking.
Sir, we found Bonfaz Burntfur and the Char army in a valley to the north. But I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak.
Oh no. Char.
There are too many. We'll never hold them back. The wall is lost. We must fall back. Retreat! Retreat! Regroup at the bunkers just north of Fort Ranik. We can't let the Char make it to the capital.
Okay, I want to point out something what he just said there. We can't let the Char make it to the capital. Take note of that. Take note of what he said. So basically, we fell back to Pale. So, and by the capital, they don't mean Ashkelon City. Because if they mean Ashkelon City, well, I'm pretty sure the Char could just march right downhill, find a way across, and yeah. Because all we did was run down this way. Yeah. But what they mean by the capital is they mean right over here. So, okay, so let me get it. Here's the thing. So if the Char attacking from over here, and yet somehow we're going to defend the capital, which is right over here. Why aren't we defending this part of the wall? I mean, also the wall was a bit odd, because like, so here's the wall, here's the wall, and then there's just a section right here. Like, yeah, that's just weird design to the wall. Just a bit weird. But yeah. So I can't let him get to the capital, so you tell me the Char is somehow gonna go all the way down here, then take this path all the way over here, to take this path all the way back up here, then all the way over here, then all the way back down here to get to the capital. When they could just come from, you know, like they could just come from this way down here to the capital. Yeah. There's some problems with the writing. Just a few. Not gonna lie. It's stupid, but oh well. Or the curses. Anyway, we made it for Ranik. Yay. Which means we can now go do these quests. Cause then we're in this area. And we'll probably do the part Ranik mission. Alright, here's where I have to debate. Debate. So there's a thing over here. Question is, do I want to go though? I may or may not. After his ordinary troops burst the truck back this wall. Beasts have made all the way down to Regent Valley, and we're going to clean it out. You can help us by hitting teleport skiing switch. Let's go in the area around the rooms. Okay. Oh, I thought there was a question for you. Huh. It's not yet. Also, something we Char attacking too? Or is it just you? Oh, there comes the Char. Hi, Char. So hit that one. Hit that one. Go boop. Hit that one with that. Maybe even so far. Fight hardness. More bars. And we continue. So we need to go to our Bandit Torrent. And then we need to go to the Red Club Deserter. And then we need to go to our also Elementalist. Yeah. Viper Spirit. I don't think we want to let these guys actually have unique models if you think about it. Because they actually look sort of like Elementalist, basically. Compared to most bandits we've been fighting, which were just, you know, like a dwarf and our guys. They weren't actually, yeah, these guys are all just, let's reuse the elementalist model with all these guys. So anyway, kill that one. Kill that one. Oh, so no, elementalist, so squishy. Squishy, squishy. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. Oops, I moved. Should I target the limb? Okay, let's do it. Dodge your fire from the center. I mean, 3 down. Pretty tough. Healing signal. That should keep you along. Alright, that takes care of that. So, Regent Valley defense and the Red Cloak Deserter are both in basically the same area. No, we don't need to deal with those elementalists. We can deal with these elementalists. Thanks, Armin. Your powers are such as they were. You always seem to wait until after the enemies are dead before casting Firestorm. Like, and it's just not smart enough to be like, oh, let you cast Firestorm first thing. So that way, it lands on top of the enemy while they're still alive. You know, he waits until the last minute to be like, oh well, they're already dead. Let me just cast Firestorm. Yeah, it's like he doesn't have the scripts to basically read that enemy is dead. I should stop casting this. There is no target though. See, at least that time he did fire storm. At least the second. I mean, fireball's a decent opening. Would be better to just cast Firestorm first. But then again, most enemies are gonna move out of Firestorm. That's why you need meteor showers, you know. Keep them pinned. Also, a lot more ads would help too. A lot more minions, which we don't have minions, sadly. So King's Watch, it's basically sort of where the Melander statue was. The Melander statue was like, what, about a hill? Yeah, about the L. Because there's a bridge across the hill. But I think you could technically go across this tar down there, if you really want to. It's a bit slow because of this tar. Yeah, Robert's supposed to be Monkey Man. But the sounds they make, how the hell are you supposed to tell that they were Monkey Man? They don't go ook like they do for a later thing. It's more like how the hell are you supposed to tell that's a monkey? Like seriously. Mike, how are you supposed to tell that they're Monkey Man? Yeah, very okay. Best decision. Yeah. And to think I thought, you know, I'll replace some cities, Parasite. That's usually way too much energy. But I forgot that basically, it's every time they attack, it heals me. Which is a lot better than Parasite Bond. Which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not Insidious Parasite. Yeah, there's my favorite right now. Looks a bit low 5. Yeah, trying to mention the also historical Mario King to watch. Sure, it's great that you doubt to keep hardware and all I've lost it. Look out your ones on live when the end of this game. We'll say this is not greatness. Divine, I'll come over here and Hi, Trey. Boop. Toss down 50 gold. The Milander Stalker round here. Oh, just more birds. So this is getting to watch. I don't think we actually went here and pre-asked one. We went. Probably I don't know the signpost that we pre-asked one though. Oh, we went. Yeah, I don't think we went. I remember, you know, just exactly what I read. Devour someone's path. Okay, so stop whatever you're doing. No. No, cast that. Hey. Alright, so. No. That one. Okay. Boop. So it's highly salvageable, you know what that means? I mean, I'll take a free steroid. I forgot about this. But we'll definitely take a free steroid. Something for like, you know, metal. By the way, how much can I get for like these? Nope, tantide. Don't need tantide. Just hoping for more metal. Granite? Okay, I'll take it, I suppose. So by the way, that is not Little Tom. Joe Farrell was dead for Little Tom. Like, see? That's not Little Tom. We know what Little Tom looks like. He has a mustache. That's just a Ascalon guard. That's not a little Tom. It's level 15. Level 15 and he died to these things? Like, that's pathetic. To level 4 Grawl, maybe level 6 or 8 sharp, but still. But level 15 you shouldn't be, unless you're trying to solo the entire group, maybe, but still. It's pretty pathetic. Oh, good, improves self power. So here's the thing. Don't really want to lose my whole buff, but we're gonna go back to Fort Ranik. And there's another place we need to go. But we don't need to, well, there was a quest later on, so it would help going to it now. From those areas out in places that you usually don't go to. Cause yay. It's pretty to know that the King's Watch is the kill. Okay, Ascalon crew and King out of front himself is crowned on that location. We're ashamed to see it explored further. Now we must finish what we start. Let's retake the wall. So, seen this sort of thing before. Does not bode well, not at all. Your words are quite grim. Today is a dark day in the old district of Ascalon. Why? The Char have breached the wall again. They will burn our homes and threaten to take what little we have left. The guards who man the wall have fallen back, and the Char army marches on Ascalon City. So, how did this happen? It's like, how did this happen? We weren't there or anything. Char beast, but it appears they are not as stupid as many think. Yeah, no shit. They organized a large invasion force and simply overwhelmed the Mikhail sent the northern gate. Prince Ruka, they're not really beasts though. Prince Ruka is stretching an organized defensive now. Marches towards the war from the capital city Ren. Here's our readiness forward to the west. By the time he arrives, Ascalon may have already fallen. Well, yeah. See, at least he mentions that the capital city is far to the west. Because remember, I'm bringing this up again. So, oh no, they've fallen, we must defend the capital. You know, because they're somehow going to go all the way down here, past Fort Ranik, all the way over here, back past the wall. I know, right? Then all the way through here to Ren. Because, like, there's no way to get to Ren from, like, here. Because you think, you know, being able to reach the capital, you would go, you know, like through here or some path this way. But no, the only way to get to Ren is whoop-de-doo. And yeah. It bothers me. Now if ever we will rise again. Words inspired, but I'm afraid that the end of Ascalon is now. How long can we hold out against such a beastly race as the Char? If I won't go, and that's just the end of us all. You have the wrong team Prince Ruth thinks the time has come to abandon the cities made for the mountain pass. I want from outside you to save Ascalon City. The Ascalon army is scattered and retreat, but small teams regroup and making stand against the invaders. You can push back the Char, force and retake the wall, Ascalon City will be saved. And the next few hours will either be written about in legend or torn from us by the Char. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go. Apparently we're overbanded though. Oh, we're just gonna go to a place that I barely remember how to get to. Like, I have a general idea of the way to go, but it's... oof, it's complicated. I think I may need to talk to him for a quest later on. Oh, sweet. I guess it doesn't count for once the spell's already passed. This here was an area we couldn't go to in pre-Ascalon, because there just wasn't a path. Like, out this way... Well, more that way would have been towards the... No, wait, it would have been this way, that would have been out towards the orchard. Here's the thing, most keys are actually more worth selling than using on a chest, especially early on. Like, lockpicks you can use on a chest, or you can sell them. Because most of the time they're going to sell for at least 750 gold, which is probably worth more than what you're going to get out of the chest. But you could use a lockpick as a lock chest for working on that whole treasure hunter thing. But yeah, so out this way was, you know, there was the whole orchard and things with the spiders. But there wasn't this, you know, there wasn't this path right here that led to the Pockmark Flats. That didn't exist at all. Oh, so if you got one more rawhide belt, you could get a belt pouch. You should probably have a belt pouch at this point in the game. If you don't, that's just sad. You can combine them into a bigger belt pouch. Yeah, because you know, you have one belt pouch. It's not like you can put multiple belt pouches on your belt. So, Pockmark Flats are, well, it's a long, tedious path. Yeah, it's gonna be, definitely gonna be a thing. Majority of the video until we do the Fort Ranik part, which is gonna be the rest of the video. That was where I try to remember which way Asher goes. So it looks like there's a way down. Or do we just keep going up north, follow this path and overtake this way? Cause I get a bit confused around here. I was like, Backfires, I didn't think Backfires was that long. Maybe I was just thinking of... No, I'm thinking of Power Spike and stuff. I'm thinking of the interrupt spells, not the backfiring spells. Backfire is that annoying skill that basically is like, hey, you're casting magic. Well, you should probably keep casting magic and hurt yourself in the process. There's a lot of those skills. Like, here's the thing. Curses has those skills, but Mesmer also has those skills. So if you have like a Necromancer Mesmer that was casting Domination and Curses, but that'd just be silly, or would it? And then it comes down to, do you want to be the Mesmer with fast casting, or do you want to be, you know, the Necromancer with Soul Reaping to restore all that mana that you're energy that you're casting. So if we keep going this way, maybe I can get through some way. Opening up. Pressure mark. Like, it's like this entire destroyed section of the city here. But where the hell was this in pre-Ascalon? It's like the entire ruins hill. Of like a big ass city that's just... I don't even know if it's labeled, it's just ruins now. Oh no. Oh good. Yeah, we need to keep going up. But to get up we have to go down. You can sort of see which path we have to go. Yep. Just a bit tedious, you know. So we have to go down. And around. Then back up. Then sort of this way. I'm not sure exactly yet. It just looks over a bridge this way. But I don't know where to go. It looks like just a steep cliff. Okay, anyway, you. Also, I want to point out that there was a tedious quest that we may or may not do later. But basically, it's like you need to go take on level track quest things with like a group of 4. Or if you really want to, you could go all the way from like Yak's Bend, down this way, over this way, down through hill, all the way up this way, to hill. Or hill, actually. But yeah, as you can imagine, that is pretty out there. Or so is this actually the way? This does not appear to be the way. Am I confused? I may be confused. I thought I was going the right way. Huh. Oh, I have to... Here we go. Here's the path. Okay, so yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. This way. Let's have a path that one, right? Yes. I hope I did. Hope we're not just taking a long one for no reason. But yeah. Nice stone elemental. Yeah, but there are gonna be a lot of these sections where you just go for a long jog, basically. Yep, just for a long job. That's a question too. I was gonna say, do I want to do the direct run or not? Then I realized I can't really do that without heroes now, can I? Well, not effectively. Oh god, nothing. Avatar forecast? Well, 56 damage. And that's more than we need. And hell, I don't even know what this area was in Guild Wars 2. Was there even in Guild Wars 2? I don't think this area was really in Guild Wars 2, because, yeah. We went down towards Fort Ranik in Guild Wars 2. I know in Ascalon City we were around though. The entrance to... yeah. There's that. Bed's over here, right? So yeah, there was the whole section here. I don't think it went this far. I can't remember. Because yeah, there was the Diasa area, north of the wall and stuff, but I don't think you went over this way. Yeah, because you're gonna go see the giant meteor that's over here on the lake. Ugh, jeez, there's too many enemies now. Not sure why there's so many. Probably should clear out some. Like seriously, these hours. Why are there so many? I put Mark and Pain, so you should probably focus on that one. Definitely can't reach that. But yeah, there's gonna be boring sections where I just go from point A to point B, and it's going to take a while to get from point A to point B. Then there's not much I can do. And I could skip a set, but it takes up the fun of it. I mean, it might be boring, but at the same time, it's still content. We're going for over an hour now. Or we could always run. Could help if we had better heroes. Instead of henchmen. At least it's going to go down in the fact that none of them are actually following me properly. So I'll give them a second to catch up. Most enemies... oh, let's specify it down to some enemies lose ag. And some enemies behave under the function that basically, as soon as you re-attack an enemy, it's going to draw the group back, even if they're already returning back. So it's not like World of Warcraft where enemies, once they lose aggro, they'll just immediately go back to where they came from. No, in Guild Wars they're going to walk or run back towards those things, but if you attack them again, they're going to turn around and come back towards you, potentially join the rest of the group towards you, which makes aggro mechanics in this a bit difficult, because sometimes they're gonna follow you, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're gonna come towards you, but then go back. If they come back towards you, then sometimes their AI gets screwed up, where basically if you enter even into their area, they're just gonna aggro towards you. But then they're not gonna aggro fully, and it's gonna be weird, because like, oh, you entered their area, let's go towards it. But yet let's not. But yeah, let's do. Compared to World of Warcraft mechanics where it's like, oh, we've lost track of the enemy. Let's immediately go 200 miles per hour back to where we spawned. Or attack one target so it can stack them on the tank, but otherwise it's scorched there with shit we don't really need. So anyway, we finally made up to the big circle area. Yay, big circle area. Also, I want to point out something. So this right over here would have been, well, where the tower was, which is far away along. This would have been that area. It doesn't actually exist in this anymore. You can't go. One area there existed pre-Ascalon and now doesn't exist. Sadly. But yeah, there was just that. I mean, look at the sun shining off it. Just giant ass crystal in the middle of the lake. One thing I did like about Carol too is parts of Ascalon were green again. I did like that. Compared to this right here where everything's just dead. Okay, so let's quick over that. Stop that. So the whole reason we went all this way, out of our way, because this area is a bit of a run, street chill, is hey, the Serenity Temple. Yay, Serenity Temple. Is it worth our time? Not really, but there are fair credit. Or at least one quest involving it. And we made it, yay. And that's a kindred staff. Especially in that echoes the Serenity Temple believe in the power of forgiveness and mercy. Do you not repay the generosity with insolence? Just for disruptive at all while working the temple's bound. Rest assured that I will teach you fully my own philosophy to purchase from those. Okay. There's also Brack Hill for some reason. Like, why are you here? Look at strange infamy the goddess might watch over. Your steps and carry through the darkness. What is it that burns your mind? Well, I could always, you know. Let's see what Drainer wants. Does Drainer want anything here? Probably not. Nope. How about Melandrew? Probably nope. They're just Sorf Hill, doing their thing. Being statues. Yeah. Not sure what to do here. Oh well. Yes, it's the Serenity Temple. That's why there's a statue to nature and light, and not like, you know, war or death. So right, before we go turn back west, before we go turn back west, we're gonna go do Fort Ranik. Yay, Fort Ranik. Station scouts all take you to, well, we can show where they take you to. Yeah, it's playing semi-jump park beach. Boop. So station scouts all send you over here. To the import beach, well basically, because for some reason, ArenaNet thought you needed this. They thought you needed basically a giant hub area. So we can't actually go to the Great Temple Battle Resort or my menagerie. But yeah, you can basically go here and you can travel to. You can pick up your session, missions, bounties, vanquishes. Go to the camp and travel thing. Being like, what's a bounty? And that's not a bad bounty. But I'm not going to be ready to do that anytime soon. Yeah, your Campion travel, your Northern travel, yeah, huh. They actually remained longer than I thought they would. I mean, it's past the 7, so how long do these guys, did they just stay here? I mean, the crash should be gone, but I mean, I could get one of these things. Perhaps I didn't really want it, because I could get a scythe if I really wanted to. I could get the sword. Problem though is it doesn't give me any energy. Or a health. So that I don't really want it. Like, I like the sword, right? I like the daggers, because there's Zeros daggers, and yeah. Like the axes. Yeah, axes. Because, you know, it's basically an axe that replaces, that also hides offhand items, so that before it looks like 2 axes. To give the impression that you're dual wielding. Yeah, I like those, but like I said, I don't really care for these. Like, I mean, sure I could have a wand that looks like a sword, but I'd be missing, you know, 60 health and 15 energy. It's like, why would I want to do that to myself? But yeah, it's like nothing I really want though for us. And of course then there's the action rewards, which Station keys. Yeah, you could get up to heavy equipment packs. And then superior rooms holding and doing a belt holding and all that for 10 Station coin. After the Celestial Signal to purchase a guild hall. Costs 3 of those. And then there's Elite Tombs. Everlasting Creative Fireworks. Envoy Weapons. Which is a thing. Cause yeah, we know we need a giant money sink, so yeah. I mean, give something for people to do if you really want to work on those missions and bounties every single day for the rest of your life, just to get enough gold ascension coins to actually be able to afford any of this. Then yeah, you go right ahead. But yeah, I gave up on that shit a long while ago. Cause it just got tedious. Like I'd rather do frickin' dailies in World of Warcraft, because at least that felt like I was accomplishing shit at times. And we're taking back to the Fort Ranik. But yeah. Also, here's a good question. Why is the hero of, you know, Samaria uphill and not in like the ruins of Samaria? I don't know. There are a few things that make me question it, but oh well. So anyway, Fort Ranik. Fort Ranik's a bit longer than the wall mission, but not too bad. You just want to make sure you don't screw up the bonus at the start by letting like a certain NPC die. If you don't suffer, thousands of countrymen will die. So it is possible to screw up the bonus here because we have to keep Master Armor and Saberland alive. Problem those, he's level 5. And the AI doesn't know how to keep NPCs alive. You can't direct your enemies to a henchman, to heal, or any of that. So if he starts taking damage, he'll die. So I'm going to try my best to keep it alive. The dark days of history of Asgard, when the walls are breached. There's also a quest over there. We can worry about that quest after we clear out the jar. Priorities and all that. Problem though is multiple routes. No. Yes. Capital. Where's Matt Roberts Stupid shit. And instead, yep, then we have to go back to Ranik. God, we failed. I hate NPCs at times. Cause our henchmen were too busy and weren't gonna save himself. And he ended up fighting 3 of those things on his own, instead of focusing where the rest of the group was. Cause the AI's stupid at times. We would run fine if he didn't decide to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go past, you know, where all these Char warriors are, and go fight the casters. On my own. Like if we could only just aggro like one group at a time instead of all of them, wouldn't be terrible. Speaking of that, keep tracking this. Where'd he go? He's down there. That Char warrior doesn't know where he is. Oh, you should be able to help me save. Stack him down. Stefan's having a panic attack. He doesn't do the focus. So see our henchmen don't even know him. Like this is just like, oh, he's already damaged, but I'm not gonna focus on him. Okay. Well, he's still following me, right? Let's go to a Gurn once. Gurn only has a quest, by the way, if you are Prophecies character. If you come here from like another character, he doesn't have a quest. I mean, from like another thing, like factions or Nightfall. You know, watch more and more of my comments died the hands of the chart. Now they preach to watch for that my time may be running out. See my wife for over 3 months. I'm not scared of dying, but I hate the thought of leaving without at least a fine message. My wife's just outside of Ascalon. Name is Malcolm. Please, if you find her, tell her that I love her. And lodge me. Can you find her, give her that message? Okay. Out with this, you can't really do anything, well, too bad, besides some light war crimes and terrorism. But besides that, you can't really do anything too bad in this. Because we are just default hero. We don't get, you know, morale system or any of that. Or to spot the Ravager. I spot the Ravager. I'm gonna hit you with that. And that. And hoping master arms will save us so much. Seems to be taking my head. That makes me sad. I was hoping you would not die. No, 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 you son of a bitch. Give me your crest. Don't you dare die on me. Fuck, he's good. No. Damn it. Okay, you. Give me your crest, you son of a bitch. Well, there we go, for Ranik. Okay, you asshole. Give me your quest. You son of a bitch. I'm going to stab you. Oh, now I'm going to go back uphill. My son Dieter was carried up by the jar after the first wave. Please find him. He's all I have left. Why the fuck did you name your son Dieter? Dieter. I just decided to name my son Dieter. I thought that would be a cool name. Dieter. 3, But yeah, that's a lot easier with henchmen, because heroes. It's a lot easier with heroes, because heroes can just basically be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go heal him. I'll heal the target, so yeah. At least the heal is too stupid to be able to process that. Hey, someone outside of our party needs healing. Well, if they're not outside of the party, why should I heal them? Because they're on the opponent. Well, I probably ain't going to heal them. But you should. Well, I'm not going to. And that's just why we have problems. But Infernos isn't too bad so long as you can keep him alive. Well, heroes help a lot more. Because heroes you can control slightly, so you can basically say like, oh, he's getting low on health. Well, you should probably heal him. And they help. Just a lot easier, also. Actually, I should probably heal him that. Hindsight. Oh. So technically you can avoid those groups. Because they were up here on the walls, which means if you were doing like a melee character, yeah, you'd have problems with being shot and not being able to reach the target. Let's see what you have. Haste. Future haste is basically... It's like, hey, we're gonna make you faster. And then once it ends, and then you're crippled. Because it's an illusion of haste. Now we're gonna be in touch with the client. Oh god. Third group that I wasn't paying attention to was But you can't really go up there and collect those coins. I mean, it's not from where we have to go back and up and okay, so here's the problem though, staff we can't really do shit, yeah. I can't really do much for evil, to be honest. So I can't even get up there to do that. I mean, I could do curse damage. Yeah, this here is a bit problematic. Because we can't really get up there to hurt them. And the AI is being stupid as just stand. I need them to come up here with the short stock and hit them. So we can get short stock. Once I have this bug out where they actually do it, I'm not supposed to. That was way back in the day. But I still remember it. Man, this is... well... we're getting up towards the wall. What happened? And Charles. Oh, he's around. Yeah, they have some pretty shit. They have some decent healing, but yeah, it's also pretty shit because heal area. That's not exactly an ideal skill because it heals everything around you. Well, we found Deidre. Now we brought back to my powers. You can get to the Trevor Chase down there. Perhaps there's hope. Deidre. Also, here's a good question. Why did you put the trebuchets on the walls? You know, that would have been more tactical. But then again, they have damaged the walls. Still, having the trebuchets behind the walls is a bit stupid. Because if the enemy could get behind the walls and take control of the trebuchets, the enemy could easily destroy the walls with your own trebuchets. Just say. Oh, so you guys just like recap this about me? And if you guys are all going to I just tossed out my city's parasite and called good. Alright. Was supposed to be dead. Why is he still up there? So it's a group over there, but that group doesn't really matter. That doesn't. But mind you, I'm only getting like 4 XP. Still, at least we rescued Deidre. So, the type of name is Deidre. So here are Ascalonian engineers which have a unique skin that's barely seen in the rest of the game. Also red trebuchets. Or catapults. Oh god. Is this the part? Yes, the game's going to confuse catapults and trebuchets. It's going to be a bit aerodynamic. That is a trebuchet though. So maybe it's just catapults then. Don't worry about considering catapults a trebuchet. Even though they look almost the same. It's best if you don't think about it. Try not to anyway. Oh, right. Okay, so take a look at this. Here's a trebuchet. Okay. So we have established that that is a trebuchet, right? Oh, look at this. This is supposed to be a catapult. It looks sort of more like a trebuchet, doesn't it? Also the fact that none of them have like wheels gives me the image that basically, yeah. Like, none of them would actually even reach the wall. Tactically. Why are your trebuchets still behind the wall? So I will take this part right here. That one I can't even tell what that is. But yeah, most of the catapults don't exactly look that catapult-y. Look quite a bit like the trebuchet.
Damn char snuck up while I was repairing this trebuchet. It's missing a release lever, a restraining bolt, and an arming crank. Search the other wrecked trebuchets to find those 3 pieces and bring them to me. If you do, I can fix this little lovely, and we'll give those char a taste of their own filth. To activate the trebuchet after it's fixed, pull the lever once to load it, and once again to fire it. Anything under its blast will get blown to bits. But hurry! More char come through the wall every minute.
The red trebuchet. Says red catapult to me. Definitely says red catapult to me. Yep, definitely says red catapult. But yeah. So you built your trebuchets and such right on this side of the wall. Doesn't seem that sensible to me, but oh well. Like I would have built them up on, up on top of the wall. Just so, you could attack enemy forces that were attacking the wall. Not enemy forces that got past the wall, but... So, and then just mad crazy. But yeah. So, you press it once to load it. Which gets magically filled. Look at magically filled. And then you fire. Are they gonna walk too far away? And... yeah, that is pretty lovely, I'm not going to lie. Oh, so for some reason it's targeted on that bag of grain. Why it's targeting on that bag of grain? I have no idea. You can't really adjust the aim of the trebuchet. Or any of that. It's just gonna fire where it wants to fire. Once it's loaded. That's it was easier with 2 players. Much easier with 2 players. Stop that. Cause yeah. It's first things first. You want to arm the trebuchet. Sadly, by the time you arm the trebuchet, this boss is already gone back up though. Cause you can't just... If you're quick enough, you think you could have hit him with it. But by the time it's armed, he's already up there. Sadly. But anyway, here's what you want to do. You want to go in here and be like, hey. Bar. So that way all these groups basically regroup here. Except for the one that's chasing us. They all regroup over there. I don't know why we have a trebuchet aimed right there though, but it's Best we don't crash it. But anyway, boop. And that should take out. Now wait, the mission does not end until you deal with the boss. Which has completely gone up the hill. And judging from his name, I mean a torch spitter, since it has a torch in it, I'm gonna guess he's an elementalist. Which, hey, we have 2 good skills against elementalists. Weren't these groups supposed to be grouped up over here? Why? No? They're supposed to be grouped now. They were supposed to be grouped now. But anyway, all you have to do is deal with this group. It should be pretty easy. Yeah. All things considered. Since we dealt with them, huzzah. We earned another 1,000 experience and 1 skill point. No gold though, sadly.
The time for action has come. No more cowering behind this wall. From now on, we take the fight to our enemies!
Oh, really?
Prince Rurik! Prince Rurik!
What is it?
Prince Rurik! We are victorious, but it has cost us greatly.
Prince Rurik, weren't you supposed to be bring your whole army from...
During their retreat, the Char took prisoners. Several of our wounded have been carried off.
Where's our army from Ren?
Ascalons will live in fear of these beasts no more. We march to the north, to free our brothers and take back that which has been taken from us.
But the game can't make up its mind for which one to call them Ascalons or Ascalonians. But no one says Ascalonians, so it's gonna keep calling them Ascalons. So just in case you haven't customized your weapon, enemies can customize your weapon. Yay. Also crest. Yay. But you're also technically a merchant. Yay. So we want about here and then sell. Sell. There we go. And now we go about here. Identify. Because sadly most all of our gold is just coming from loot. Because the game's... No game don't do that. Because the game's just not giving us nearly enough, you know, gold from quest rewards. Oh, so Merrick's now the shower instead of the scribe. Repent, sirs, the prophecy has spoken. The time is new. When you shall reap what you have sown, repent. So yeah, so I don't know why we have 2 merchants, so that's spent. Here's a merchant. So now we have a trebuchet inside. That makes a lot more sense than, you know, outside. Where you could potentially hit the wall. But yeah, then Cameron himself is orders to hold the front gate. That's what we intend to do. We'll become part of the same time. We need to find my house and set the post. Yeah, I don't know why he's a merchant when there's a merchant right back there. But anyway, Let's go talk to Pharaoh Capo about the death of little Tom. Even though we know he's not dead. I mean, that was an Ascalon guard. Level 15 Ascalon guard for some reason. If Tom is dead, I don't think so. The Weezer has a special time for high mistakes. The badge you say found him. It's only further proof it was him. You see, he lost that badge gamma 2 nights before he crossed the wall. Yeah, of course we know it's not him. It didn't look anything like him. Anyway, I appreciate the trouble you went to and looked for him. No police means to think he's still alive, running around though, causing trouble still. Besides, I have a chance to be the one to give him his comeuppance. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. You turn in the quest. And yay. Now we go back to Bascalon City. Can't remember if those new quests hit here yet. There is. Good. Good. So hey, chance for you in the name of Prince Ruler for the King's Army fights at defensive war in store. If you rush the vanguard of Ascalon place to take the fight to enemies, you will. So basically, he wants us to go talk to Gateguard Horse. To learn more about the... So basically, this is a quest that leads up to going to Pike and Square. Prepared on that vanguard force across the warriors, but with lost contact with them, go to Hammer Gate and over Ascalon and crush Gateguard Horse. Like we know what they are. No more stout people than the people of Ascalon. They see the good work that Prince Rook and the Vanguard are doing. Each day they will take the fight to take the fight to the Vanguard. Each day they will to take the fight to the short girls. They have more volunteers to join the Vanguard than I could equip. For equipment and supplies for 7 new recruits from a merchant named Garrison and Recruit Valley. Great appreciate you could go and pick them up. Oh, so there any more quests, like War Master Titus, you have any quests? No? Yes? Maybe? Oh yes, he does. He definitely does. Oh Jesus. I'm giving parts of scavengers in the ruins of the army city on Old Ascalon. I sympathize with the poor, but anything left in those ruins is the property of the King's Army. I need you to investigate and clear any scavengers. Okay. Some new trouble going past things comes to my attention. If you're carrying strange artifacts to our merchants in lieu of gold, these elder citizens must be filled with suspicion, and it cannot be to discount the possibility of a Crichton plot. But now the king is prohibiting any forward trading of these objects, but I would like you to take one of them to Princess Rashina. Perhaps her wisdom can uncover swords that they pose. Okay. And they open more trouble at the wall. This time the charge are at the far gate west of town. Horses are fairly undermanned, so we're waiting on reinforcements at the gun fail. There should be 30 recruits just outside town. They'll get weapons from the far when they reach the... That's stupid. That's really stupid. Oh yeah, they'll get weapons from the farm when they reach the wall. In the meantime, I need someone to lead these 3 unequipped people all the way to the wall. That's stupid. Oh yeah, just take them all though and make sure they're safe on the way. We're not going to equip them or anything, because that would be smart. Also, you have another quest. Queen Twin, I wonder if you could help me. Generally, Pacific Ascalon's great history for our source. If you, on your travels, you could find and record the founders' inscriptions for the cities No Landing, Samaria, and King's Watch. King's Watch we know where it is. No Landing we technically know where it is. Samaria is inside the Samaria mission. No Landing is not inside the No Landing mission. It's outside. I'm so grateful I know these great cities are in ruins now. For less aware, you will find historical markers around the ruins. These great cities. King's Watch is not a city. like seriously, King's Watch is not a city. It's just a place out near the Shrine of Melandra. So here's the thing though. Now we have a bunch of quests to do, which we're probably going to do over the next video. Much as I'd love to go deal with all this in this video, this video has gone on long enough. And yeah, I'm probably gonna get back to watching more Resident Evil. Big dummy mommy milkers. Because that's a thing. That is a thing. Those are people with the glowy gloves. Yay, glowy gloves. But we should probably go put this stuff away. Because it's starting to fill my inventory again. Problem with why I like my main character. My main character just has the first bag full, the belt pouch full. So I have like 20 slots because of the bags. There we go. And move this up. And you know, why not while we're here? Since we're going to sell things anyway. Should just send it still here. So how much are these dice worth? Now purple dice actually gone up in price. I'm surprised. Yeah, like... I was going to say, wait a second. There's no black dye. Black dye's apparently sold out. White dye's 300. Purple's 240 though. Why is purple up? I don't know. Pink's still 100, which is good. But black dye's just gone, apparently. Huh. Weird. But yeah, you can only get 10 from selling that. Well, if you sell to a merchant, you only get 1, so 10's at least better than nothing. So the question is this rune actually worth our time? Probably isn't. I'm pretty sure it isn't worth our time. But let's find out, shall we? Because some mesmer runes are expensive, but is it the expensive mesmer rune? Let's see. Furcioso's? No. It's not a prodigy rune. It's not a prodigy rune. It's still worth 60, but still. What we need to look out for is, where is it? Dervish Windwalker insignia. You find one of those, and that's not bad. Money. But yeah, Prodigy would be good. Bloodstained would be good. Sentinel would be decent. I think Minor Fire went up a bit. Yeah, wasn't it like 1.5 or something yesterday? Or about the day before? Yeah, I think it was. Now it's going up in price. That's still about how it was. Let's see. Radiant's still fine. Runes of Humans are still fine. Oh well. Boop. So yeah, we made at least 1k. Which isn't bad. Though, the amount of money we're going to spend compared to the amount of money we need to make up is going to be a bit painful. Eventually we'll be making profit, but it's going to be a while before we're making profit. Cause yeah. Cause we spent what, like 3, 4, maybe 5k once we got to Ascalon. We've made back at least 1, maybe 2 at best. And once we reach like Eye of the North and stuff, we're going to spend another 20 there. And then there's heroes and stuff, another potential 20 there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to make back up. Basically, we can easily make it back up if we're lucky. And usually my luck in Guild Wars 1 is pretty great. Just have to do a lot of stuff in factions, Nightfall and all of that, and we should be fine. But for now, we'll be back later. And then all these quests. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all, and have a nice day.